Hey everybody, my name is Bob Icino. I'm here with another Lime Insights chat with market professionals. With me today, I've got Joseph Signorelli, who is the CEO of RCMX. Joe, thank you so much for taking the time, especially on a day like this.
Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate it. Appreciate being here.
Joe, real quick, can you just give us a quick intro of RCMX and its history, please?
Sure. So RCMX is a financial technology firm specializing mainly in two categories: execution algos for some of the largest institutional firms, banks, also for Lime brokerage. We provide execution algos for Lime on the equity side, and institutionally, we supply some of the largest trading firms out there for futures execution. Our second part of our business is our software as a service. Our software as a service is a technology deployed for large firms that look to do a lot of market making and low latency backtesting, simulation, and trading. Our background of our individually is our history is we came from the trading side, so we're practitioners on the trading side. Back in the 90s and 2000s at Ronan Stafford Trading, and also eventually at TD Bank, where we ran market neutral, stat arb, all different types of trading, and then we realized the importance of the technology of trading, and we started a firm in 2008. That same technology we started building in 2008 is the same technology we run our algos and is our software that's deployed.
So Joe, I'm really excited because I know you guys have a product called Strategy Studio that I'm a big fan of. So can you tell me what is Strategy Studio and how does it work? And also, how is it integrated into the Lime offering?
Sure. So Strategy Studio is a deployed technology, C++, and it's got a few different components. One of the components is for backtesting, one is for simulation, live simulation, and one is for production trading. The great thing about that software and the way the DLLs are set up is you can back test with the same code, simulate with the same code, and go live into production trading. Our technology is a pretty intricate stack technology that pays attention to the microstructure of the markets. So whether it's futures or equities, whether it's options, whether it's our execution algos, we use our own technology for our execution algos with deployed software globally all around the world.
So Joe, when might a trading firm benefit from a platform like Strategy Studio versus, for example, my old do-it-yourself development approach?
Yeah, so I think a firm will benefit usually if they're really paying attention to the microstructure of the market, and they're really trying to get a thorough back test, and every movement in the marketplace tick by tick means something. And so therefore there's a lot of code that went into Strategy Studio, a lot of programming, a lot of understanding the marketplace, whether it's options, whether it's futures, whether it's equity, and for that matter, cryptocurrency. And a firm will benefit from the commercial alliance that we have with the software and the support around that software. So you can focus on the alpha, which is the trading strategy, rather than trying to build out something as complex. Most trading firms, their edge is their trade, not so much their technology. And in our case, we came from the trading side. The technology is the edge now that we provide for our clients. So it's if you're not paying attention to the microstructure of the market, if you're doing some sort of a day trade or something that maybe is tied into the tick by tick of the trade, then you might not need a Strategy Studio.
Okay, so maybe you answered this already, but people are watching this and they're saying, well, I don't really know if Strategy Studios for me or not. So who are the types of customers that use your product?
So the types of customers that use our product, one, we're the biggest users of our own product because we support the execution algos globally, right? So our software is deployed for our own algos. Our clients don't see that software for the execution algos, neither do the Lime clients that use our technology for execution algos on the equity side. So the clients that get the deployed technology, the ones that it's going to be usually programmers, groups that have edge, that are really looking at the market making side or the stat arb side of the business, something, or for that matter, someone that might be looking at multi-strategy, low latency, that might also incorporate some alternative data. Our APIs also include any type of alternative data into the mix of the strategy. So it's usually groups that are paying attention to the details in the marketplace, on a low latency perspective.
So does Strategy Studio help quants and firms that have multiple strategies, meaning once an entity has used your offering to develop a strategy, does it become easier to use multiple strategies under Strategy Studio to develop and compile those strategies under Strategy Studio?
Yeah, that's a great question, Bob. Yeah, the way it's set up is the software shipped with some example code, not meant to make money. It's just basically pairs or some momentum strategies to get the firms off and rolling. Often what happens is a firm gets an idea of what they want to back test and simulate and then go to live production trading. And while in that process of back testing and simulation, more ideas and concepts come out. And that's the great thing about the product is it's continuously getting you to think. In fact, I would say coming from the quant side of the business of trading and managing quant trading, and now being a service provider in the business, we don't trade anymore, is that 80% of the time that the quants are using the software, it's not for monitoring the trading, it's for back testing, simulation, making sure the trades line up, the production trading is lining up with the simulation, the back testing, always looking for new iterations of the strategy. And so, yeah, as a firm, to answer your question, a firm, once they get into the software, they're always coming up with new concepts and ideas, and it's easier for them to use the software. Then they train other individuals in their firm the way they want to look at their proprietary style of trading and their alpha.
So if I'm understanding you, it sounds like it's easy to roll something from testing into actual live production. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, if a group has a concept that's already working in the marketplace, is usually the best, because they say, hey, we have a black box, but we really want to take it to the next level and scale out. A lot of times they can really code something up pretty quickly, run at their back testing, simulation, and trading. But I will say it's not always easy to find strategies that work in the marketplace, which is also a big benefit of our software, because our simulation engine will give you a pretty accurate read off of your strategy, good or bad. And let's face it, it's not easy to find a good strategy. So when you're back testing using a tick database like one tick or KDB or flat files, and then going into live raw feeds like we use clients will use of Lime or the exchanges, the direct feeds, at the end of the day, they're getting a good read on, oh my gosh, this is difficult to make money, or we found something that makes money. And usually it matches pretty well in the production trading because of the simulation environment. So you'll save money going to the market a lot of times, because you'll find out, oh, I'm looking at the simulation of the strategy I thought I was going to make a lot of money with. And all of a sudden you're running back testing simulation. Guess what? Once you consider in slippage and the actual marketplace, it does a pretty good job of giving you a good read on what's reality in the marketplace.
Yeah, I think you'd agree that finding those glitches is actually more important than sort of proving out that your strategy works, which seems like something that everybody thinks going in. And then with Strategy Studio, maybe they find a glitch that they didn't know existed.
Absolutely. There's value to that in that alone. And then you find strategies, and then eventually that when you don't want to go to the marketplace with strategies that have not been tested, when we're talking about low latency, or really for any type of strategy, you really want to really investigate as much as possible, because the market's a tough place to make money, and you got to the more sophisticated tools you have, the more equipped you are. And then facing off to other professional groups out there in the marketplace, they have sophisticated tools too, so that you're a little bit more of a level playing field using a Strategy Studio platform for your trading.
Okay, so to wrap it up in a nice bow, how can a quant trader take advantage of Strategy Studio, Lime's offering?
Yeah, so Lime specifically, we have a deep integration with Lime for 12 or 13 years. And so if someone wants to get access to the software, they want to look at the blend of Lime's feeds to the exchanges and also their live data feeds. You can either contact RCMX, or you can contact Johan Sandblom or Mike Beaver at Lime, and they're fantastic at referring us over or getting us all together on one meeting. And that's probably the best way to get access to Lime's technology and RCMX's technology together.
Joe Signorelli, thank you very much for the time today. I really appreciate it.
Bob, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching today. And if you like these videos, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in our next video.